Hello, Bronze Leaguers. Welcome back to episode 15, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to get right into it. The previous episode took us to the boundary here in the Rumbling Forest. We had a quick look around previously, but we didn't come in here, so now we're going to do that. And I don't know if these guys are going to immediately talk to me if I get close, or... Nope. You see a pensive-looking man around 40 years old, maybe 50. Tiredly rubbing his forehead with his thumb and index finger, he's looking through you, through his tiny fire, and through the woman standing opposite him. The darkness of the deep night surrounding you and the uneven, constant flickering light of the fire prevent you from determining not only the man's approximate age, but even his facial features. Everything about him looks blurry, covered in haze. The only thing you can see clearly is his worn-out trench coat. It's gray except for a dozen of patches sewn on it in haste. It's worn into holes. As he notices you, the man flinches with a precise, well-practiced move, draws from underneath his coat something that looks like a piece of scrap metal pressed into a cylinder half a meter long. The man's frightened eyes meet yours as he points the mysterious aggregate right at you. Whoa, 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 traveler, not a step closer. Do you see my thingy? It's a cryogun. That's right, I've assembled it myself following the blueprints from the Young Engineer magazine. That's where liquid nitrogen comes from. The man points at the rust-eaten tank of butane attached to the device. You'll freeze in an instant. You'll turn into an icicle, after which a small Hummer will shoot from this barrel, and you'll be blown to smithereens. Do I make myself clear? I'm not being too scientific, am I? That should have been a T-O-O. To smithereens! Not a single doctor will be able to put you back together after that. Once a man, now a Chinese puzzle. A Limarcon's box. So there. The man gets silent, evidently hoping the speech he just gave will make you flee. I doubt that thing works, but I've no intention to give it a go. Let's talk. The man cautiously lowers his intricate cylinder on the ground as a sign of reconciliation. Although the second he lets go of the device, it falls into pieces, turning into an extension cord, a metal pipe, and a set of radio parts that the man immediately grabs together with the dirt and begins stuffing his coat pockets. Well, now, even if you had something apart from talking on your mind, talk would be all I could do. I admit that I assembled my cryogun in haste, pretty much on the run, while trying to escape from the enemies of everything that is new and has mathematical and physical formulae. From the secrets of the science. I hope this conversation doesn't show that you too are a member of their cohort that grows bigger by the day. How can I help you? Couple questions. First off, who are you? The man grunts and proudly extends his hands. Anastas Borda, a self-taught physicist at your service. And how is my unexpected interlocutor known to the world? Nice to meet you. They call me Sonoket. Without asking for permission, the man grabs your hand and starts shaking it energetically. Nice to meet you. I'm glad to see you out in the ranks of the scientific concilium. That consists of you, me, and this amazing place full of riddles. Oh, what's your profession? The man proudly straightens up. Once a turner's apprentice, now a free researcher, so there. A rich collector of popular science magazines that I assembled back in the pre-war years when I was a green youth, and that I've read cover to cover, allowed me to comprehend many riddles of the universe and expelled me from that comfort and warmth of my native land untouched by the gamma rays and the theta waves, in search of the discoveries that would improve the human condition. I act outside anybody's jurisdiction. I work against the rules. Every man and his dog has robbed me by now, but I keep the faith in progress, even with total lack of any care or help on the part of the Science Board of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Wow. What can you tell me? He throws his hands up in the air. Oh, comrade, this place is commonly referred to as the Roaring Forest. I've heard all sorts of primitive theories trying to explain why it shakes. A clandestine underground railroad for the surviving members, a nuclear bomb ground testing in the Earth crust, a secret factory wearing the forest like a hat. The day and the night produces more armored vehicles for the cold-hearted mythical organization called Atom that apparently is tirelessly making ammunition to precipitate the destruction of the last survivors on Earth. Damn, that was a sentence. It's all nonsense. In fact, this place is a physical anomaly that was predicted by the great Kanya Ptalo, Arcadia. in the July issue of the Young Engineer magazine in the year 65. I've read it many times before arriving to this seemingly absurd conclusion, but I digress. Have you heard anything interesting? Oh! The man is almost jumping with joy. Have I heard anything interesting? Do I know anything interesting? Comrade, I'm so exalted and I'm barely holding in the mad dance of a primate, a savage who's just discovered fire. You've got such a clever look in your eyes. No, I'm not even going to ask you. I'll simply state that you have definitely heard about the theory of plural singularities coined by Italo Arcadi that was described in the June issue of back in the year 65. Oh my god. The genius who was later tortured by the punitive psychiatry made an assumption that surpassed all theories that existed in the world of the big physics so much that it caused no reaction in the scientific community. These embodiments of the trivial, perplexed by his piercing wisdom, didn't even laugh. They didn't point at him with their yellow crooked fingers, they just kept silent. They ignored him. But he was so right. The thing is, my friend, that our Earth is far from being the only one. In exactly the same way as an unnoticeable but a very important part of an atom, nicknamed in the West with the odious word quantum, or the way I call it, microsegmentoid, is capable of simultaneously existing in an infinite number of places, the same way our planet can have a potentially infinite number of twins existing in the same space and time, but on different radio waves of reality. Imagine, for the sake of simplicity, an infinite number of Russian dolls stacked one inside the other. But at the same time, these Russian dolls don't get smaller in mathematical progression. They are all identical. Each painted doll perfectly fits inside the other, all in the same way, because it's allowed by the difference in radio waves. Each such Russian doll is a separate reality that is identical to ours, but for some small differences. And somewhere there, or rather somewhere here, but not here, but on a different radio wave, there's an Earth where you were born with a different hair color, with a different, excuse the vulgarity, gender. There's an Earth where you were never born because your parents failed to meet due to some fateful trifle. There's even an Earth where this damn war never happened. They all exist in one spot but are divided with an invisible barrier of the radio wave frequency. But if a person from one version of the Earth can never get to the other version of Earth and explore it, how do we prove that theory is correct? It's very simple. According to the calculations of the great gray-haired master of science, Italo Arcadi, there are weak points in a couple of places on each copy of the Earth. These are the places where the radio waves that separate parallel worlds get weaker due to a number of geological reasons, and that allows those who pay attention observe the parallel Earths. And even cross the seemingly unbreakable barriers to the other worlds. This force that the local peasants have nicknamed Roaring is one of such points. I've made such a long way home from my homeland to observe it. Alas, so far I haven't detected the signs of the presence of objects from parallel worlds, but now that I'm here, a discovery like that is just a matter of time. Jesus, man, my ears got sweaty from listening to all that. What do you have? Nothing. And then this lady. Your gaze falls upon a young woman of 25 to 30 years of age who's standing by the fire in a very strange position. Judging by the absence of conversation with her rugged companion or any other activity, she's just resting by the fire, possibly waiting out the night. But at the same time, her body wrapped up in a tailored winter raincoat is straight intense. Her shoulders are spread out on the whole. She looks ready to dart off at any second. Although it's not fear, at least you don't notice this emotion on her face badly lit by the fire. A different, much stranger guest comes to your mind. The stranger is standing at the attention position, waiting for some order. As she notices you, the woman flinches as if she woke up from a stupor. She quickly draws an outdated, reusable metal syringe from her coat and grabs it by the plunger as if she was holding a dagger. I'm warning you, another step and I'll have to defend myself. The woman makes a short, sharp nod towards the thick steel needle that's facing you. I'll explain. Should this mixture of sodium peroxide and aluminum shavings get in the bloodstream of any of my adversaries, it will turn them into a living torch, let alone a nobody like yourself. The woman gets silent, evidently hoping that speech she gave will make you flee. Well, if I stand still the whole time during the injection, it might work, but let's not test it and just talk instead. The woman skillfully rotates the syringe in her hand so the needle isn't pointing at you anymore, and demonstratively, as if in sign of reconciliation, she returns the weapon in the case located underneath her coat. Demonstratively. I butchered that one. I agree. In a fight with a living opponent, the substance would probably have a lesser effect than in a battle against locks, fences, and railings. A talk is much preferable to a fight. I state that not just because I'm not sufficiently equipped. I find confrontations pointless even when the power balance is in my favor. I will be more than happy if we make do with a conversation. Who are you? The woman nods and gives you a short answer. Anastasia B. They call me Sonoket. Names give a person a little gravitas, Sonoket, much less the people that give them credit for, but I will remember yours, at least for the time of our communication. She calls it communication, but we're just talking. What do you do? The woman takes her time to think about the answer, after which she shrugs. I doubt that my qualifications and titles will be anything more to you than just empty words, and I doubt even more that the place I came here from should be known to the first stranger I meet. Let me put it simple, I'm a scientist. I began my journey into this anomalous zone 5 months ago, relying on the questionable reconnaissance data as a part of a group of 6 of my closest colleagues and comrades. This information should be enough for you to draw necessary conclusions. What can you tell me about this place? The woman presses her thumb against her forehead in an unusual, unknown to you gesture. Maybe like this. Just smashing in there. Maybe just like this, like right in the middle. I believe I wouldn't reveal anything new if I told you that this place, the Roaring Forest, is an anomalous zone. After all, anyone who has feet to feel the tremors of the earth under them can figure it out. I don't know the reasons for the anomaly, although I do know a multitude of theories. From the completely nonsensical cryptozoological fantasies of the dwellers of the local ersatz states, to the mythical explanations of the local priests who draw a connection between this area and the activity of the forces beyond human comprehension. I reached this place to dispel those theories, one of them in particular, the most ludicrous, the most absurd. When I'm done with it, the reality, I'm afraid, will turn out to be completely uninteresting. I have to disappoint you. The woman taps herself on the forehead several times, thoughtfully. Although I don't see much of a problem in talking about this place, an exclusive, well hidden from the outside world community of specialists that I come from, many years ago has fallen victim to what has started as an absurd, unsubstantiated theory and continued its existence into pseudo-religious dogma. Perhaps you're familiar with the concept of quantum immortality, coined by the Western researchers in the pre-war years. The essence of the idea is very simple. The observable universe is just a materialization of one of the multitude of possibilities, a point in infinity that, according to the larger anthropic principle, looks like the one of us is the only kind because its alternatives are not available to our vision. In reality, the number of universes is endless. Each time someone or something faces a choice, a new world is born. Utilizing colorful metaphors, I'll present you the following image. Yesterday, after choosing long and thoroughly between the leg of a mutated ant and a rotten flesh of a stray dog, you've settled upon the latter for your dinner. According to the theory of quantum immortality, with your choice, you've created a new universe where everything happens the way it does in ours, but there, you've chosen the ant's leg for dinner. Here's a more dramatic example. Tomorrow you're going to meet a gang of criminals and fall victim in a roadside ditch. Your death, according to this theory, will create a whole multitude of universes in which you'll have either run away from your attackers, killed them all during the confrontation, never met them, or even died, but slightly differently. One way or another, you continue to exist for a potentially infinite amount of time in the frames of an infinite number of worlds. Of course, the extent of the theory is much bigger. For each universe where you were born a male, there's one where you were born a female or weren't born at all. For each universe with a nuclear bomb, there's a dozen where such technology wasn't necessary to the developing humankind. There's an infinite number of examples. All of that, of course, is nothing more than a thought experiment. However, for one of the prominent scientists of my lesser motherland, the theory has turned into mania, into a fanatical obsession to discover the bridge between our world and an alternate one, and to give our version of humankind an exodus to the universe where the devastating war in 1986 never happened. After a whole range of suicidal expeditions to the surface, this mysterious forest was unfoundedly named the Junction Point, the sigil of the multiverse. I volunteered for an expedition into this place once and for all, to prove once and for all that our leader's theories are insane, to oust him for his own sake and the sake of our community, and nothing will stop me. Wow, I see you hate this theory as much as your leader loves it. What are you talking about? What do you mean, sis? Are you alright? What do you mean, who am I talking about? Him, about that comrade. The man standing by the fire. He's also come here searching for some border between worlds. Are you completely dumb? I'm talking about that ugly bugger standing by the fire. He came with you, right? Or did you just meet him here? The woman looks over your shoulder with a serious expression on her face. Your rudeness brushed off her? Your rudeness brushed off her. She's too curious to find out what you're talking about. Her glance bounces off the foot-worn piece of the land where the man is standing, but doesn't focus on him once. The man is deep in his thoughts and not even looking at the two of you. Is this guy in another world? Despite your aggressiveness, you don't want to physically attack me. Still, are you trying to apply some rudimental form of psychological attack? If not, then please be so kind as to enlighten me. But no, he's standing right there. The woman looks at you with fear and pity as if you are a dangerous madman. I give up. Have it your way. I admit that there's a man standing on the other side of this fire. I hope this white lie will comfort you and you'll stop annoying me with your made-up stories. Your interlocutress coughs embarrassedly and cautiously steps away from you. Please don't think it's a mockery, but is everything alright with you? These visions indicate the inadequacy of your consciousness. Please tell me what I came here for. That's interesting. Listen, mate, your companion is pretending to be alone in this forest. What's that all about? It's wrong to scare others like that. We are two sensible Homo sapiens equipped with generally similar eyes and equally aware that apart from us, there's no one in this glade. It's just you and me. So let me inquire, what companion are you talking about? These guys are in alternate worlds or something, or they're insane and they just think this. Are they just hobos that are crazy? The young woman sitting on the other side of the fire, she's a scientist as well. Your interlocutor doesn't even look in the direction you're pointing. Young man, let's do without the anti-scientific pranks. There's no one else by this fire except you. The fact that you're suggesting otherwise annoys and scares me a little. So neither one of these people sees the other one. Isn't that interesting? Huh. Okay. So I gained EXP just from talking with them. So neither one of them can see each other. Which means, basically, that, that theory about different worlds is either correct, or they're both actually just crazy, and they're, for some reason, not seeing one another. Let me make sure that this is the only way that I can go. Yeah, because we have to walk through here. We can't walk up this. We can't hop in this hole. So I guess we gotta go this way. Oh, we got spiders. Okay, I'm ready. I am spider prepared. Get him, get him, get him. Wow, I got him. One shot. That was really impressive. Ooh. I thought combat might end there. Oh, there's a lot of spiders here. Right, I still need a melee weapon for my buddy here. I keep ending my combat without moving, and it's real dumb. Oh, get him! Fidel took 1 damage. Boom. Spider exterminator extraordinaire. All of that talking for that quest really, really kind of destroyed my throat a little bit. By the way, so I do have to mention, I was reading your guys' comments today, because I've released like 3 videos in the span of just 1 day. I've been reading all your comments, and there was a comment from someone who gave me a bunch of tips. A ton of tips. And some feedback on the way I was playing. And he said that my build was so bad that I should restart my character. And while I don't disagree that my build is probably awful, because I did just, I had no idea about the game, I am going to play through this character. I'm not going to restart him. I'm not going to reset him. And I'm going to try to make it work. And that might be dumb and it might be really hard, but I like my character. So I'm going to keep playing him, even if it is stupid hard. And if it turns out that we can't beat the game with this guy, then we just weren't very good to begin with. Wait, this is the other side. It's like the same two people, but on the other side. Okay. A short, smiley old man in a knitted hat is standing in front of you. As he sees you, he chuckles slyly and slaps himself on the knees. This makes his trousers covered in patches amid a small cloud of dust that sparkles. Haha, just look at him, a traveler in our roaring forest. What a surprise. My name is Valerie. Nice to meet you and all that. The old man's voice is cranky but merry. His body may not be young anymore, but his soul apparently is. Likewise, my name is Sonoket. Was this name given to you at birth? I admit you live up to your name. You're a real Sonoket, both in your appearance and behavior. Yo, why do they call it the Roaring Forest? Because these earth tremors happen in a certain pattern. Normally you don't ever feel them, but occasionally you get a good shaking, although it's been a rare thing lately. Why do the tremors happen? There's plenty of various opinions about it, but I've got one of my own. Not far from my old Mrs. and mine home, there's a very strange hole in the ground. Now, I've seen similar ones in other parts of the forest as well. I can't say for sure because I have no proof, but it seems to me that under the forest live the various ones. God knows who. Can I ask you a few questions? Aren't you scared to live here all alone? Old man Valerie pensively scratches his beard and sighs. That depends. Not really. There is one thing, though. Recently, a wolf pack came to our lands. Wolves, wild dogs. They wander in the wasteland, but they've never visited us before. Now, however, one such pack settled really close to us. I haven't told this to my old missus yet, as I don't want to scare her, but I think they'll soon be brave enough to come after us. I'm too old to fear death, but if some strong man who happens to be passing by could deal with this bane, then that would be more than welcome. I'll do it. You reckon? Well, you don't look like you have the makings of a varsity athlete, but maybe you're at least a good shot. Although, I think you'd better not risk it. If we were destined to be eaten by those wolves, so be it. One can't escape his destiny. Yeah, I'll see what I can do about it. What do you do? What is there to do? I take care of the household. My missus and I collect berries and mushrooms. On holidays, I set the traps for animals. Sometimes I even go fishing in the nearby stream. There's not much fish there, but it's good enough for me and the missus. Oh. What do you know about the forest? Ah, we got a nice forest here, Sonoket. People are scared of it. They avoid it. But I authoritatively state that this is a good place. It's quiet, peaceful, and beautiful. Only rarely do travelers and hunters wander in. Sometimes I think people set camps here at night, although I've never seen them myself. The only thing that I remember is it used to be greener before the war. Now it's sort of dried out, as if someone's been stealing its fertile soil. You have any strange stories or gossip? To be honest, I can't remember anything special, Sonoket. We're sort of cut off from the outside world, as you can see. But you can go ask my old missus. She loves a good chinwag. Okay. Oh, he actually has stuff. Let's talk to the woman. A woman around 60 years old is standing in front of you. She's dressed in a woolen skirt, a shirt, a knitted vest, and thick rubber boots. The woman is a bit overweight, but she looks more robust than fat. Her gaze is kind and friendly. As she notices you, she immediately turns toward you and waves amicably. Hey there! Hello, youth. Are you studying the history of your homeland? With the help of living fossils like me and my old man? Come here, don't be shy. Come on, get closer. Or else if the forest roars, I won't be able to hear anything you want to tell me. We've got the roaring forest here, you know. That's what they call it. And for good reason, too. I'm kidding about the roar, of course. It's not loud enough to drown out a voice, but it can interrupt a conversation occasionally. Or the earth tremors can be so strong you can barely stand on your feet. You're approaching the merry old woman. In the past, you've met many people who tried to hide something from you, who ignored you and even tried to avoid a heart-to-heart conversation. Here, the situation is very different. Hello, Mother. Well, yes, as you can see, I was walking and I just wanted to talk. Mother, that was unexpected. And they say Commissal members have died out. There are still guys who can show us respect. The disappearing generation. What a surprise. Do talk to me, son, till the break of dawn. What did you want to talk about? Our customs, maybe? Or our life in this wonderful forest? Why do they call it that? They're calling our forest that for the reason. Tell me, dear, can't you feel it for yourself? Or maybe your feet are wooden like those of a dummy. Although I think even someone with prosthetic legs could feel it. The ground, that's the thing. It's shaking like mad, and there's a hum in the pines. A moan, almost. Many, well, everyone really, see it as a bad sign. They say a forest won't shake for no reason, nor the trees hum like pylons. But as you can see, we couldn't care less. We just go on with our lives. That something that earned the forest its nickname doesn't bother us. If there is indeed some it or something, which frankly I doubt, it may just be this. Earth crust has just cracked somewhere down there, and there are just these activities, seismic ones, volcanic activity. This is possible as well. One brainy kid told us that while he lived here with us for a week, he was a traveling student. That's a whole different story. Also a worthy one, by the way. He sang such songs when he was wasted on local moonshine. Ah, they were really touching. About young women, about education certificates, and about how their dean mutated. Oh, I even feel sad remembering it. I'm still missing him. He as good as became my son in that week, yeah. What's your name? The old woman smiles. Whatever you want, Mom or Mrs. And if you want to call me by the name, it's Vladlina Karpovna. And how should I address you? I know many people nowadays are having surprising names. The ones that back in the days they only used to call dogs, nickname and code names. What's yours? My name is Turukan Tsitsipi, Italian negotiant. Sashka the feisty skeleton. I'm just Sonoket. The woman nods with a smile. Nice to meet you, Sonoket. Glad to make your acquaintance. What's your occupation? The old woman grunts and with a wave of her hand shows you the scenery. Running things all around here. There, I've got a berry patch. Here, I've got trees that once every couple years figure out how to bear fruit against all odds. There's a mushroom glade not too far from here, too. A spring for laundry and for water. I'm running things here, so that the old man doesn't get covered in bark, the old stump that he is. How is it? It's bearable, you know. The forest is the most unusual place in the whole area. People make up legends and various theories about it, but I guess it only seems scary from the outside. And if you're living right in the center of it, it doesn't seem all that unusual anymore. Nobody bothers us or pesters us here, really. We're living a calm life of our sunset years here. We may even manage to die before one of the popular prophecies is fulfilled. They're just horrendous. For example, they say that we can hear the hum because the Soviet government dug a mine here, and they've reached hell. Now the demons can't wait for the right moment to get out to the surface and pierce everyone with their forks and staves. That is actually insane. I'm sorry that this whole episode is going to be reading, but it seems that way. You have any gossip? News spread like wildfire, but not here. How can news get here if most people are too afraid to even show their faces in this forest? I only get news in my dreams. Dreams must be the most interesting things we get to see in my old man's and mine calm life here. Although I actually took interest in dreams even before the war. I would even write some of them down. For example, this is what I saw in '86. A cow shed at a collective farm with 5 rows of stalls, 10 each. In every stall there's a fat cow. Suddenly the clock tower in the mountain strikes midnight and a thin and sick cow enters each stall. It kills and devours each fat one and takes its place. The bomb fell only a few days after that dream. Recently I dreamt about a cow again, a big and fat one, with a swollen and tight udder. The cow is sitting in a mud stall and no one milks it. It saves all the milk for its calves. And in that dream I'm asking someone, where are all the calves of this cow? And this someone I'm sort of talking to screams at me, no, don't! If you look at the calves, you'll fear the night! But I'm a disobedient fool because I still turn around and through the roots and the mud walls of the cave I can see the calves hurrying to suck their mom's udder. Thousands of disgusting blind creatures crawling on their pink bellies, pushing, squealing, fighting each other to death, spilling the slippery filthiness that they got for blood. Thousands of legs crooked, abnormal, hundreds of jaws filled with sharp teeth, calling their mother with a groan, a howl, a thin monotonous whine of accursed flutes. I screamed so much that night that my old man thought I was going to kick the bucket. I thought so too, but I was lucky. Oh. That was it. Wow. Okay. So people live here. I need to give him this. Hey, sorry that I haven't given you a melee weapon, like, in ever. Enjoy that. Let's go. Oh, I did not realize that there was just gonna be 40 straight minutes of reading in this one. Rabbits. I'm not gonna kill the rabbits because, I mean, they're not attacking me. Where is this? Oh, what is this? Whoa, it's a stash. Yeah, use it. There's nothing in it. Well, that was unfortunate. Can I run through this? Whoa, whoa! A strong-built man in a cap comes towards you from the underwood. He keeps looking back so he doesn't notice you until you almost bump into each other. The man jumps with surprise and quickly steps back, threateningly pointing the barrel of his massive rifle at you. Have you been here all along? Have you been following me? You take a closer look at the man's weapon. Wow, that's the incredibly rare and a very high-quality rifle, the VSS, more commonly known as the Ventores. You saw one of these at a shooting range once, but you didn't get a chance to fire it. The man notices your look. He angrily spits on the ground and waves the barrel. He's evidently rushing you to answer. Friend, wait a minute. Maybe it's you who's following me. The man looks at you in confusion as if this never occurred to him. What do you mean I'm following you? No way. No, I'm definitely not. As for you, I'm not sure now. Yeah, don't pass the bucket. Right, I see what you're doing. The best defense is a good offense, right? No, I'm just... Well, I know what I'm doing here, but I don't know what's on your mind. You could be plotting God knows what. What do you think I'm plotting? Say, you want to loot my stash that I've buried here. The man's eyes turn wide and he quickly shuts his mouth, revealing that he's just spilled the beans about his stash. I don't give a damn about it. I've got my own business here. The man coughs dryly and knits his brows together. It seems to you that in his mind there's a battle of two simple ideas concerning you. To just pass by you and forget about it, or to shoot you dead and forget about it. Listen, mate, just go on your way and I'll go mine. Evidently, your words were enough to calm down the angry man. He still looks at you coldly, but lowers his rifle. All right. Okay, I believe you. Although I'm most probably making a mistake. Go your own way and I'll go mine. I hope we'll never cross again. No, we need to pickpocket him. I can't. Where's he gonna go? He gonna go left? That's interesting. Let's go check this out. I want to know where he's gonna go. I would love to try and steal his rifle or something. What does this do? A giant wooden idol's towering in front of you. You get an unfounded feeling that the carved eyes of the idol are following your every move. Huh. Carve an obscene... Examine. The idol's head, so to speak, is adorned with something like an ampix with a symbol carved into it. Either of a sun or a wheel. Its hair and beard are done very thoroughly down to the smallest detail. But most of all, you're drawn to the eyes of a wooden giant. They seem to be almost alive. The hands of the idol are clenched onto the handle of a Hummer whose pane rests on the face of the carved anvil. Perhaps there's important symbolism to it, or maybe the carver just let his imagination fly. One way or another, it's a very impressive work. Knock on it. You knock on the surface of the idol with your knuckles. You even repeat this on the different sides of the idol just in case. Judging by the sound, there are no clandestine cavities on the idol. Or you simply failed to find them. Listen to your feelings. You close your eyes and carefully listen to your feelings. You can't really hear anything special. You feel the same way you always do. Besides, now you feel a bit hungry. Carve an obscene word. You start seriously considering cutting some obscenities on the idol. On the one hand, such a petty act of vandalism is classic, but on the other, some strange doubt gets into your mind. I'll discard it. You consider the idea of a spontaneous act of vandalism and come to a boring but rather rational conclusion. It's not worth breaking the piece of the forest idol for sake of a not particularly clever joke. Who knows what forces found their home inside the silent idol? You see Balwan. Okay, so let's continue to go this way, because we didn't step into this little area. I'm thinking this area is one giant puzzle. I see a rock pile. Whoa, I'll try to open the stash. Oh. This was his stash. Okay, well, belongs to me now. You didn't hide it very well. I'm just gonna be honest. It just, you kind of just let, I mean, you marked it like right in the middle. It's, I feel like maybe you could have done a better job with the secret stash. Okay, so I could carve something into the idol. I already got that, so let's go back this way. I almost clicked to murder a small bunny. So they're here. We haven't gone down this middle path. Damn, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna make a note at the beginning of this episode that it was just... This one is all dialogue. Oh wait, this is where we started. Okay, that was them, so now we need to go over here, I guess. Oh, no. That's it. I feel like I missed something. I mean, I feel like I missed a lot of things. Can we talk to them about what we saw? Either of them? Did you forget where you were going? Do you have more questions? We can talk. I'm not planning to occupy myself with anything until the dawn. I'm just hoping that we're not going to talk about this mystification with a man who's allegedly sharing the warmth of his fire with me. Listen, this isn't funny anymore. You're telling me that you can't see the man on the other end of this fire, and he swears he's alone and can't see you. The woman looks around perplexed. I admit you know how to scare a person, only what's the purpose of this silly charade? I know as well as you do that I'm here alone and no one else is sharing this fire. Address the man. The man gets distracted from his thoughts and looks at you in surprise. You're pointing once again at the woman who's watching you in confusion. Without taking his worried eyes off you, the man slowly begins to retreat. You bastards, I'll respond to your psychological attack with a physical one. No, I don't want to attack them. Sigh and slouch your shoulders. All right, there's no one else here. Whatever you two say, I mean, whatever you say. Both the man and the young woman on the other side calm down a bit. The woman stops looking at you with irritation and faces the fire. Let's just not talk about it. You're clearly convinced yourself in something that simply doesn't exist. Such thing happens in the wilderness. Let's change the subject to the phenomenon that really exists. What would you like to ask me? And if I talk to him again? Nothing. So that was all the dialogue that I can get from them. And let me just retrace my steps this way. Did we loot these? No. I forgot to loot them because we were killing them and, you know, taking our time. This episode, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to cut anything out of because it's all been dialogue. So there's no way that I'm skipping the dialogue that I just read for 45 minutes. So this is going to be one long, ridiculous episode. Oh. Okay, we're here. I don't think I went this way. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just go down this path first. There's wolves. Oh, I found the wolves. Definitely found the wolves. Let's go ahead and use that. Make sure we're all reloaded here. We are. Save. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're gonna need to use our guns. Because wolves are sons of bitches. Oh, I really need you to use your gun. %. Missed. Yeah, without getting rid of withdrawal, this is gonna be a tough fight. I can't use my guns. Wow, he just ended that. I may as well just do slashes. Because, I can't do 3 regular stabs. Nice. Easy, your turn. Whoa, 20 damage! Damn! He got crit for 20 fucking damage. That's much. By the way, I'm a little I just remembered. I had never thought of this. But this says lets you skin animals. But how do I skin the animals? Yeah, I can't. I don't have any prompt. Like, maybe it's a skill that I just don't have yet? Oh, wait. Did I even loot all 4 of those? I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, okay, I did. Just making sure. Yeah, I've never skinned anything, even though I've had this knife the whole game. And again, not sure why I can't skin things, but I'm assuming that it's because I don't have a particular skill. Oh, we could attach a rope to this. Oh, ho, ho. Let's go. We're gonna save before we go in there? Oh, wait, did we sell our ropes? I'm about to feel real stupid, aren't I? I think we sold all our... No, we didn't. Oh, thank God. Okay, so let's save there. Perfect. Yeah, uh-huh. The Earth Mount is towering in front of you. An Earth Mount is towering in front of you. There's a scary-looking black hole in the middle of it. A fallen tree that lies across the entrance to the underworld could help you with the descent. That is, if you have a spare rope, of course. Listen to the sounds. At first, it seems like not a sound is coming from the hole, though if you listen really attentively, then you can hear distant rustling and creaking. You shake your head in doubt. Smell it. The smell of wet ground is coming out of the hole's depth, although the smell is accompanied by another barely noticeable, sickly sweet one. Usually it's rotten flesh that smells like that. Throw a stone. You pick up a small stone from the ground, throw it into the hole. Quite soon you hear it land on the stony floor of the underground. The hole is clearly no more than 3 meters deep, however it could be really careless to jump in there without a rope. Yeah, tie the rope. You get a coil of rope and tie one of its ends on the trunk of the fallen tree with a sturdy sailor's knot. The other end you carefully lower down into the darkness. Descend. You spit on the palms of your hands and begin to carefully descend. Suddenly you get a very unpleasant surprise. Perhaps your rope was rotten or you've underestimated your weight, but halfway down the rope snaps and you fall. Damn it, we are stuck. What a fall. Good job. Your bones didn't break, although there's no way back for you now. Oh, there's a dead guy. Notebook. 44 minutes. Lilac the Peaked Cap bought a pre-war map from Dual Pigeon Grishka and Atrudne. It shows the place where some pre-war treasure's buried. Well, actually, there's like an historical treasure. No more details. But if it's really a treasure, then there'll be a Bayer. The map itself is from some unolden university or esoteric department. Historic. That is, of course, if you trust the Grishka, and you should trust no one. This is actually really hard to read. I'm going to let you guys read this to yourselves. Just pause if you need to. It's just the way that they wrote it. Huh. Let's... Do we have any more? Yeah. How are you doing? Oh, you are half dead. Do you have any more stim packs? Take these 3. And take... Maybe he can do something with meat? Okay, well, we're in it. Let's go ahead and save and then explore. Oh, that's a big-ass spider. What is that beast in the corridors? It's eating the earth. Probably that's what makes the forest shake from time to time. Hey, like a giant... Like a giant tick or something. Two damage. 7 damage. Oh, this thing has a lot of HP. Fidel, please shoot. Fidel, I would so much like you to shoot. $58 EXP. That is not enough health. Ooh, well, we might kind of be in for a problem here. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to use it. I hate that. I hate that. What is this? What is going on here? Scrap metal. Scrap metal. Scrap metal. Lots of scrap metal. Oh! Okay, there's something interesting there. Lots of blood. Holy shit, this place is gigantic. Oh my god. Okay, we're here. I think we actually need to come down here. No, we don't. Oh, wait. We can get in through here. Oh, my goodness gracious. This is the largest map I've seen in this game to date. Okay. We found the blood. I don't see anything in here. Which way do we want to go? Oh my goodness. We want to go down this one. Follow the blood. Oh, there's... Oh, poisoned. How much poisoned? 216 out of 100. Oh, there's a wolf. Ooh. 18 damage. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. That thing did a lot of damage. Not gonna lie. That was a lot of damage. I don't know if we're gonna be able to kill that thing. But we're gonna try. It may be totally impossible for us right now. Because that guy did a lot of damage. But he also knocked me down, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have Fidel go first. Fidel here? There he is. Okay, where is it? It's there. We need to start this battle. But we need it to be over there. Hey, buddy. We're here. There we go. Oh! He hit me for 19 damage? Holy shit. Missed. Well, that's bad. Leg shot. 9 damage. I took 30 and died. We're gonna try this a couple more times. Did I really not save again? Oh my goodness. Let me examine the skeleton first just because it's here. Scratch pad. Let's read this. If anybody's reading this, they should know that Dashka the pickpocket is a scum and a dirtbag. We've made an agreement with her that after we get rid of the hoodlum, Lilac the peaked cap would be next. After which we would have split the mysterious treasure 50-50, but no. Instead, she decided to get together with that asshole Lilac. In case this note wasn't found on my dead body, then I guess Dashka didn't betray me after all, and I just sort of lost the note. Although chances of that are very slim. Thank you for your attention, Stefan the Knife. Stepan the Knife. Okay, so this guy does so much damage that it kills us in basically one attack. I think we're gonna have to get lucky with some kind of a critical hit. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get lucky with some kind of a critical hit. Wait. So that time I did actually shoot. And I just realized that it took the AP, even though I was out of combat trying to make that shot. So there's literally no way to get a jump on someone. Missed. 21 crit damage in the leg. He got him. I mean, we could shoot for the head or just... Hold on. We did 21 crit damage and he's slightly injured. I missed. You just shot me? You shot me, you fuck? What's wrong with you? Oh, he shot me again. Unbelievable. 9mm. How do I? Okay. We have AP rounds loaded. We can do an aimed shot from here. Leg shot. 22 damage. Oh no. He's almost dead, but he's still alive. Slightly injured. Fidel is dead. But we'd have to... I don't know why we can't hit him now that we're not withdrawal. We could try to just go for like a lucky aimed shot to the eye or something. I may just cut a bunch of this out if I just try this again and again and again. Headshot. Ow. I really want to cripple him. Fidel is dead. Oh. Fidel took 70 crit damage in the eyes. Excellent. Again, unless I could somehow crit and knock him down. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and in there. It doesn't seem like we can beat him right now. And I just It's probably maybe once we get back to Cray, buy some new guns and stuff, then we'll come back to this guy. But in the next episode, we'll have to get out of this cave. So this whole episode was on, like, going into the cave and doing all that. The next one will be actually getting out and figuring out what we can do here. If we came back with explosives, I bet we could kill this guy too. But anyway, so that's gonna be it for now. Sorry this went on really long and it's just talk heavy, but that was this area. I didn't know that. So I will catch you guys all on episode 15 or so. Stay bronzed, guys. We actually killed it. Strange serum. A syringe full of some suspicious chemical. Only a complete madman or madwoman would inject something like this. Applying unknown. Okay. So I'm glad I kept recording. Basically, to get through that fight, I had to save on each turn and then attempt to just not die when he would go ahead and get his turns. Because through use of stimulants and healing, we did manage to kill him. And some lucky crits. It took about an hour from when I said I was in the episode till now, and I beat him, and it was not worth it. It was not worth it. It took so long. And now this video is gonna be editing down 2 hours. Let's check out what we got. Oh, I can use it. I mean, I'm definitely gonna use it. You feel, I got an achievement, superhuman. You feel that a strange energy is pulsating into your body. You get the sense that you could use it to better your personal qualities, or should we say statistics. This must be, oh yeah, that was what the person was telling me in the comments. I'm definitely upping strength. Yeah. We had to put another point into strength, and now I'm addicted and poisoned, which is terrific. Well, we're almost to 14,000. We did make some progress. We're gonna have to save the rest of this cave, though, for the next episode. I absolutely cannot do any more in this one. It is gonna take too long. So, we're gonna wrap up there. That fight was hard as shit. I actually had gotten up and left and come back at certain points of it because I was getting so frustrated. But we did it. So, I will see you guys in episode 15 when we get the fuck out of this cave. Stay bronzed, guys. For real this time.